Kiss you every minute, every hour, every day. You got me in a spin, but everything is A-okay. Touching you, touching me, touching you, yeah, you're touching me. I believe in a thing called love, just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now, we'll be looking till the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love. Ooh, get down! Touching you, touching me, touching you, God, you're touching me. I believe in a thing called love, just listen to the rhythm of my heart. There's a chance we can make it now, when we look until the sun goes down. I believe in a thing called love.
The storm, it came from across the 7 seas. Hold your course, here comes the cavalry. Don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pay no mind. Oh, but mama said, girl, faith ain't for the blind. So don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. 1, 2, 3, 4. December came, but spring was following. I prayed for one that once it came for me. So don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. Don't let it get you, don't let it get you down. Oh,
sunset in your eyes, see the thorn twist in your side. I'll wait for you. Sleight of hand and twist of fate, on a bed of nails she makes me wait. And I wait without you, with or without you, with or without you. Through the storm we reach the shore. You gave it all, but I want more. And I'm waiting for you, with or without you, with or without you. I can't live with or without you. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away. My hands are tied, the body bruised, she got me with nothing to win and nothing left to lose. And you give yourself away, and you give yourself away, and you give, and you give, and you give yourself away, with or without you, with or without you. I can't live with or without you. With or without you, with or without you, I can't live with or without you, with or without you.
Well, welcome friends. Welcome to another edition of Quarantine Trivia. My name is Logan and I host trivia at a brewery in Muncie, Indiana. However, during this time of quarantine and lockdown, I am unable to do that, obviously. So that's where this idea of quarantine trivia came from. And I'm just now realizing that I have the wrong screen up here. It should be Nope, not that screen. Uh-oh, there we go. I just had to refresh it. There we go. So, we are going to play live stream trivia tonight. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. You will need a second device to play trivia tonight. On that second device, you will go to joinmyquiz.com and enter in this code 670391 to play. Please choose an appropriate name, as we sometimes have kids that play. That is what I ask. You can be clever, you can use your real name, you can use your fake name. It is completely up to you. But use this, joinmyquiz.com, use this code to join to play trivia tonight. So, this is how we are going to play. Once I click this start button right down here, and I will be clicking it, you don't have to worry about that. You can, after I click start, you can kind of tune this live stream out. You can kind of do your own thing, but the questions and the answers for trivia will be on your second device. So if you are playing on your phone, you will go to joinmyquiz.com, enter in that code, and then once I hit the start button, questions and answers will be on here. So you will have 20 seconds per question to answer. They are all multiple choice questions. You're welcome. And there are 20 questions total in each game, and we're playing 2 games tonight, so 40 questions total. Each game starts out pretty easy, and it makes its way pretty dang difficult. So just be expected of that you might know a lot more at the beginning than you do at the end. But we have had perfect games in the past, so you might know everything, and you might be like, why is this called trivia? This is the easiest thing I've ever done. Who knows? So, but that is how it is played. But the faster you answer questions, the more points you can potentially get. So if you see at the end that someone above you answered one less question correctly than you, but is scoring above you, that's because they answered it faster. So you get points for speed, but you also want to be sure to answer accurately. So speed, accuracy, 20 seconds, 20 questions. You guys know how it's done. Looks like we only got 9 people in here tonight, which is, I think, the lowest number that we've had. So we'll wait, 10 people. We'll wait just another minute or so. We'll see if anybody else joins. And then after that, we will go ahead and get started. See some returning names. I see a couple new names as well. So we're up to 11 people. Let's see if we can get maybe just 1 or 2 more and before we go ahead and start this game. And again, the game is played completely on your second device. So once I hit start, you can kind of tune me out. I'll just be kind of here commentating the scoreboard and who's finishing first, even though finishing first doesn't get you any points. It's about the total amount of points you get, but you will play completely on your phone, 20 seconds per question. The faster you answer, the more points you get. So keep that in mind when we go ahead and click that start button here in a second. And I'm just gonna go ahead and work our way over to the start button. If you're just joining us, or if you're joining a little bit late, this code 670391 will be at the top of the screen, like right over here. So if you can't get in right now, that code will be at the top. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. I don't really have anything else to say. Let's just go for it. Good luck, everybody, with game number 1. You guys will crush it, I know it. Actually, I think this game's pretty hard. Also, keep in mind there's a couple, you have to choose 2. I forgot to mention that as well. To be expected for that. Oh, November Juliet Whiskey, what are you doing? You're missing the first question. You're not supposed to miss the first question. I could probably scroll down and get everybody in this game. Oh, we're up to 13 players now. All right. But still, I can get everybody in here because we just don't have that many players tonight. So we can see the whole scoreboard all at once. See a couple hot streaks going on here. Knock on wood, because I feel like every time I say that, inevitably, one streak is broken. And again, I think this game is pretty difficult. I think this is the harder of the two games. But people are still doing pretty well, so we'll see what happens. Guys are doing great. Let's see what our percentage is at. 82% accuracy. Right? I think we're doing pretty good. For the difficulty of this game, I would say that's pretty good. The last few questions or so I think are pretty difficult, but hey, most of you seem to be navigating this pretty well. I don't know if those last few questions might throw you off a little bit. They're pretty challenging. Let's see, looks like Alex or He Hate Me might be done first. Again, you don't get any bonus points for getting done first. It's just for fun, you know? It just makes my job more fun, commentating. Looks like they're on question 19 now. Alex is the first to move on to question 20, the last question of our first game. He Hate Me is right behind. And let's see who can get there first. And Alex is our first finisher. And then G Unit takes over quickly. He Hate Me moves up as he finishes as well. Kicked off by ZD Poor. N is moving up the ranks, and so is Kendall and Diggity. See, ZD Poor just finished. G Unit and Diggity are on this last question. It's a lot more fun when I commentate it. Alright, looks like you guys are all on the last 5-ish questions or so. Looks like Kendall can make some moves up into the top 3. Let's see if we can get these last 2 questions right, because I'll need them. There he is, jumped into the top 3. Let's see if he can move up any more. So I got Joe Papa, Schneider House, and JJ waiting to finish. Along with Kendall. Kendall finishes, but there's a perfect example right there in second and third place. Kendall answered one more question correctly than Alex, but Alex answered faster. So he maintains that second spot. All right, Schneider House is on this last question. Oh, sorry. Tough miss. And JJ has 2 left. And then we will go through all of these questions. Let me know too. I think this was a pretty challenging game, but it looks like you guys did all right. 67% accuracy, and we are all done now. So that is the end of our first game. Congratulations to our top 3 of game number 1. In third of Kendall, second place Alex, and first place G Unit. So congratulations to those 3 on placing in our top 3 tonight for game number 1. Let's go through these real quickly. What's the nickname for the University of Texas Athletics? They are the Texas Longhorns. In what city would you find attractions such as St. Mark's Square, the Bridge of Sighs, and the Grand Canal? Those are all in Venice, Italy. On what video game, known for its block-shaped gameplay, has a near infinite map size? That is the game of Minecraft. That is the exact definition of it. Peyton Manning is the only starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl with 2 different teams. I was really surprised when I read that and learned that, but it's the first person to do it, and only person to do it. Minnesota is commonly known as the land of 10,000 lakes. Whether it's exactly 10,000, that's another conversation to have. The first pope was Saint Peter. That's why it's St. Peter's Basilica in Rome, the head of the Vatican City. It was the only mammal that can truly fly. It's a bat. I didn't fool anybody with you on there. You all got that right. In what country would you find Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall in the world? That is in the country of Venezuela. Black Tuesday. I was trying to think of other clever names to potentially trick you on this, and obviously I failed miserably. Day of the Sun was actually a really tragic day in the U.S. Civil War. I just had to Google some other kind of depressing sounding days, but it doesn't sound very depressing. It sounds actually kind of nice, but don't read about it. It's not nice. What two artists did headline, sorry for the typo, the halftime show at this past Super Bowl? It's J-Lo and Shakira. You did have to choose both of those. While the Aurora Borealis is in the northern hemisphere, the Aurora Australis is in the southern hemisphere, the southern lights. Zion Williamson, he's kind of the new hot guy in the NBA, made his debut for the New Orleans Pelicans. I wish basketball was still on, that'd be nice. There are 4 Disney theme parks in cities outside of the United States, which is not one of them. Dubai does not have a Disney. There's also Disney, I believe it's Hong Kong, is the 4th one that's not in the United States, along with Shanghai, Paris, and Tokyo. These 3, along with, oh my gosh, why am I blanking on his name right now? The headliner of the Rolling Stones. What's his name? Oh boy, it's going to be embarrassing. You know his name. Not Keith Richards, he's automatically on there. The headliner, the frontman of the Rolling Stones. Mick Jagger. Thank you, Alex. I appreciate it. I don't know why I had that brain fart there. Former neo-Nazi. This movie is American History X. If you have not seen it, please watch it. It's a phenomenal movie. It is very hard and difficult to watch because it has some really dark scenes in it, but it is a phenomenal movie. Also, thank you, Julia, for chiming in with Mick Jagger as well. Zac Brown Band made these 3 albums. It's like a lot of you need to brush up on your Zac Brown Band here. The first president to start the tradition of calling the winning team of the Super Bowl is Richard Nixon in 1967, I believe. He called the Chiefs when they beat another team in the Super Bowl. I'm not going to try to remember. What year did Peyton Manning sign with the Broncos? That was in 2012. And he went to the Broncos and won that Super Bowl, which helped him achieve that stat for the question that we had earlier. And what U.S. state flag, when the state seal is removed, closely resembles this flag listed here, which is this flag of France. The state of Iowa has the seal right about here, and very closely resembles the French flag. And then Margaret Mitchell, she authored Gone with the Wind, which became a movie. It is, adjusted for inflation, the highest grossing movie of all time. So, also, I just realized this was actually the second game, and now we're going to the first game, which that's what I was saying I think was harder. So, enjoy that, and that's what you have to look forward to. So, refresh the page, joinmyquiz.com. I promise you'll still want to play, so don't leave us hanging. So, refresh the page, joinmyquiz.com. 023413 is our new code. And while we are talking about that, I'm going to go ahead and pull these up. Every week here, I give this little spiel and talk about how fortunate I personally am, to have a job during this time of lockdown, during this time of quarantine. I feel very fortunate to be able to do that. However, dozens of millions of Americans are not able to work during this time. They don't know where their next meal is going to come from, healthcare costs, anything that they need to provide, even if they have families. So down here, I have listed 4 websites for nonprofit organizations that are doing incredible work during this time. That is worldcentralkitchen.org, redcross.org, doctorswithoutborders.org, and feedingamerica.org. And if you are doing feedingamerica.org, I ask that you use the /parksandrec. Today is the last day, May 21st. If you go to feedingamerica.org /parksandrec, State Farm and Subaru will match your donation. So if you're going to give to Feeding America, please use that. Today is the last day for that. So please, please, please do that. If you are like me and you are fortunate enough to continue to work during this time, even if you have like a couple dollars to spare, please consider giving to one of these charities. They are credible. They are doing wonderful work in the United States and all across the world. And they're helping our neighbors, people in our communities, people in our country, people all over the world. So please consider giving, but there are also food banks and other charities and churches doing wonderful work. So I would just encourage you, please, to give something. But these are 4 great organizations in case you need an idea of where to give. Also, in the opposite corner down here, I have put my personal PayPal and Venmo names on there. I am doing this for free. Normally I get paid for hosting trivia, but I'm doing this for free during this time of quarantine. It's not required that you give anything, but it's very much appreciated as well. And when I do prize nights, that comes from my own personal wallet. So it is nice to have something to be able to give away as well. So if you feel so inclined, again, please consider giving down here. But also, please consider giving to a charity, if not both of them. So, all right, looks like we got the same 13 people in here. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with game number 2. Technically, which is game number 1. I think it is a little harder, so be ready for that. I think there are 2 questions in here as well, where you have to check multiple boxes. So it's gonna say, hey, there's 2 of these things, you have to check both of them, and you have to check both of the correct ones to get the actual points for it. So be on the lookout for that, just like last game. So you guys rocked it last game, you know what you're doing. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and click start. Good luck with the second game. It is difficult, but I believe in you. You guys can do it. Let's get that first question right, everyone. 13 correct answers? Maybe? Yes. Whoa, oh, that was close. Maybe we did it, maybe we did not. The first question was missed pretty early on, so maybe we made it, maybe we didn't. See, I got that true-false question with you there. Is that the one about Batman, I think? Looks like N. What happened? I don't know what happened to N. Maybe they took a look at the first question and decided that's too hard. You know, I think the first question was super easy. I don't remember which one it is, though. Well, look at our 3-way tie for first right now. You guys are... Whew. You guys are crushing it. Ah, sorry, Diggity. Missed your first one. Ah, sorry, ZD Poor, you missed your first one. Ah, sorry, DJ. Oh, I know you got that one right. Still don't know what happened to N. Looks like they just decided to drop out. You guys are still doing pretty good for it being pretty hard. 80% accuracy. Hey, there's N. Welcome back, N. Looks like some of you now are getting to the last few questions of the game. I see a lot of red that's growing. Looks like Ryan Wulpi. No relation at all. Definitely not my brother. Looks like he might be the first one to finish. So he moves on to the last question. Also takes a nice little jump. Yep, and Ryan Wulpi is our first one. Congrats to him. Even though, again, there's no prize for finishing first, but feel good about yourself and all the extra time you have on your hands. So good job. Let's see who finishes second. Is it ZD Poor, Diggity, or G Unit? Diggity is our second finisher, followed by ZD Poor. And then G Unit, November Juliet Whiskey. Alex just finished as well. N is climbing up the ranks. They are hungry. They joined late, but do not count them out. Looks like Bacon Trails now on our last question as well. And they had just finished. Bumped Ryan down a spot. Oof. And you were doing so well. Missed your first one there. Is that question 9 or question 10 that got you? Looks like JJ's almost done. Looks like Kendall may have not connected. We'll see. Maybe lost connection. Maybe have the same issue as N. JJ just finished. So we're just waiting on N and Kendall. I think it may have been that Kendall disconnected or maybe got too frustrated with questions and gave up. Maybe. No, they probably had disconnected in their connectivity issues. So we'll wait here for N to finish. There's still a lot of room for N to move up. So we shall see. But I knock on wood because I don't know. It's the curse, I tell you. Looks like JJ and Bacon Trail and G Unit only ones to get the last question right. Which, let me know. Was this the harder game? I'm assuming it looks like it's the harder game. Let's see what our 63% accuracy. Not terrible, not great. I should have kept track from all the times we did quarantine trivia what our highest percentage was and what our lowest percentage was. I should have done that. All right, and you got 3 questions left. It looks like Kendall did have connectivity issues, which is always so unfortunate. Oof. N moving up. Let's see, maybe one more left, and maybe you can get in a top 3, N. I think we should get half credit for answering 2 answer questions. I wish. I can't really schedule it that way. All right, and on a positive note, you can get it. Maybe. Maybe? Maybe? I mean, it's been like 20 seconds, maybe. There they go, they got it. And bumped ZD Poor out of 3rd place. So congrats to you, and looks like, I don't know what happened to Kendall here, but say we end it. He hasn't made any progress in the last few minutes or so. So we're gonna go ahead and end it there. 63% accuracy. Congratulations to our top 3 of game number 2. In 3rd place, N. 2nd place, JJ. And 1st place, Alex. Congratulations to the 3 of you for placing in our top 3. Let's go through these questions real quick. Statue of Liberty was given from France. That was the one you got all right. I was trying to think of another country, and then I decided to put the U.S. gave it to themselves. I just thought that was a fun little answer. It does seem like a very United States thing to do, you know. Capital of Connecticut is Hartford. Calendar Man is a real Batman villain. He plans his villainous attacks around major holidays. Why? I don't know. So I don't know if he'll make it into any movies anytime soon. Who painted this famous painting? You guys all knew that was Van Gogh. You all knew yeast is an organism classified as a fungus that makes bread rise. Look at you guys. You guys are great. This describes the Godfather series. There are 3 of them, but obviously I wasn't going to, make you choose between the 3 Godfather movies. So it's just the Godfather. When Martin Luther King made his famous march through Alabama, he started in Selma and ended in Montgomery, the capital of Alabama. I shouldn't have just said that because I was maybe going to use that for a future quiz, but now I can't. Frank Sinatra. Oh, I don't even know that you guys got that one right. The Rat Pack. These are all other nicknames for different bands, so just letting you know. So here's one of the choose two. Lake Tahoe sits on the border between California and Nevada. It is right on the border. I have never been there, but it is on my list of places to go because it looks absolutely gorgeous. Nancy Pelosi made headlines by saying what about Donald Trump? She said he is morbidly obese, through waves, through punches actually. What band was Sting the leader of? He was the lead singer, is the lead singer of The Police. And just put The Police there for you for reference. Catherine Elizabeth Hudson, also known as Katy Perry. Fun fact, Kate Hudson, the actress, daughter of Goldie Hawn, which was a question Monday, her middle name is Gary. Yep. Kate Gary Hudson, that is her name. So I throw Elizabeth in there to make sure you don't choose her, even though that wasn't one of the options. In terms of a huge computer company, what does IBM stand for? Looks like all of you, but Kendall got that one right because he didn't make it that far. But it's International Business Machines. I tried to throw in some clever ones. Those were hard to think of. The movie Selma, there's another Czech one, about Martin Luther King Jr. won the Oscar for the song. That was done by John Legend and Common, the rapper. So those two made that song together. Congrats to the 2 of you that got that one right. And the only one that got this one right, Grand Theft Auto 5, the most expensive video game ever to develop. How much, I don't remember, but it is. Prince Florian, I think his name is maybe mentioned once in Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, but also it's maybe not mentioned. Maybe it's just in the novel. I don't know if it's mentioned in the movie. I'll have to research that again. John Stith Pemberton is best known for his invention of Coca-Cola in the late 1800s. Another question about Nancy Pelosi. She became the first ever female Speaker of the House in 2007 during George W. Bush's presidency. Parks and Recreation, fictional town of Pawnee, Indiana, uses my city of Muncie, Indiana as a map. I've actually paused it and traced out, where I live and places I go. It's really weird. But also uses Christchurch, New Zealand as other maps and other references for their city. And then who was the oldest actor at the time of their filming to play James Bond? That was Roger Moore. He was 46 or 56, I believe. One of the last times he played Bond. So there's just a fun little fact for you. But that is all I have for you tonight. Again, congratulations to our top 3 of our second game, N, JJ, and Alex. Congratulations to you guys. Please consider giving to one of these charities. I have given to feedingamerica.org. And again, please, tonight is the last night to have your donation matched 100%. So if you give $50, you're actually giving $100. If you give $25, it's actually $50. $10, it's actually $20. You guys know math. So please consider giving in some way, shape, or form to one of these awesome nonprofits or another charity that is doing awesome things. Please. Only way we're going to survive all of this is together. So please consider giving. Also, please don't forget about Venmo and PayPal down there. If you feel so inclined to give, I very much appreciate it. It's a huge help because I do this for free and spend many hours doing this every single week. But that is all I have for you tonight. We are not playing trivia on Monday, but like our Facebook page, Logan's Quarantine Trivia, as I probably will be posting some kind of trivia questions just for fun on there for Monday to give you something to do, but you'll probably all be grilling out and going places. Well, maintain social distancing, but be responsible. But have fun. Have a fantastic weekend. We're probably going to be back here next Thursday night. I'm talking to some friends and some people close to me about the future of quarantine trivia and how long we're going to continue doing this since things are still kind of opening up. So just like that Facebook page, subscribe to this YouTube channel as well, so you do not miss out on any of those announcements at all, especially the Facebook page. But have a wonderful extended weekend. Please rest well. Where I live, it's supposed to be beautiful and sunny and warm, and I'm super excited for it. So that is all I have for you again. My name is Logan. Thank you for taking part in Quarantine Trivia, and we will see you next week on Thursday. So have a great night, and we'll see you later.